2 because I was feeling playing 2, and I'm like, Nika, what were your thoughts on all of them? And she actually said that 2 and 5 were tied for her. So I'm like, all right, I'll give 5 a shot then. And I'm enjoying it.
I think the only Suikoden I haven't experienced with is 1. And trying to go back and play Suikoden once a day.
Play it on a Vita.
Yeah? Pretty playable? Alright.
Just about anything like on a handheld.
PlayStation 1 era shit is awesome on the Vita.
Anything is awesome on a handheld if you're playing it out of the house because you have no other choice, really,
Yeah.
Like when I try to sit down and play Ocarina of Time at home, I'm just like, you can do it something else. And then I just get on the computer,
Then you end up masturbating. And then you forget what you were doing.
Been there.
Happens for a while. Alright, so before we start the show today, and I'll go over this again with Nika, but everyone understands what the bit is today. That I'm just going to be trashing on your guys' show because everyone loved it.
You actually went and farmed a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, I have about 8 or 9 clips each show. They're between 30 seconds and a minute for each episode. But yeah, I'm gonna do it as an air check.
Well, damn, between that and the Reddit stuff, we'd actually probably save both the discussion topics.
We might be able to. We'll see.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, as much as I'd like to be able to say, you know what, Nika, sorry, we're doing the story discussion next week. She's probably the only one out of us who has a positive outlook on a bunch of it, so she probably should be there.
So,
but I'm actually really excited for that now.
Yeah. So, alright. But
wait, people loved our show? It was like 3 hours of smut.
To be fair, it seems that that all their love comes from the first show, but because he wasn't there for the second show, that kind of gets lumped in.
Oh, it just gets lumped in.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Try to forget this.
I get to ride Jux's coattails. Awesome.
So, but I do, before we start, and I start bagging on you guys, and some of it will be unfair, and some of it will actually sound fair, but it's kind of misleading. But I'm going to be throwing data out there about how your show is not performing as well as our normal show. Okay? It's actually doing just fine. You guys did a great job, and I do want to say genuinely how proud I am of you guys that the shows were so good.
Well, my favorite part of the Reddit was, the OP's like, hey guys, did you listen to LBR? Anira wasn't on it and it was great. No, I hate LBR. Aniro's always blah 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 this and blah blah that.
I think you missed the
Okay, but he's not here this time and it's good. But Aniro always rants and he won't shut up. It's just like
you can see the op being like
do I really even need to say anything at this point?
just flop your dick on the table and let him take a whiff.
Real quick, do you get any items for level 34?
I did get items for level 34.
Because they didn't pop up for me.
They're not good. It's like 10 Ultra Balls and...
It was after a raid boss.
Oh, are you 34 now?
Yeah.
Right. All right.
I think we're actually... I'm just an inch into 34. I'm not very far.
Yeah.
Wow.
You actually caught up then, because you were still, like, when I hit 34, I think you were just above 33. So.
Yeah.
Just barely there.
You need 0.6 kilometers to switch this.
Yeah, my hitting level 32, I think, I was 1 XP shy when I came out of a raid. I'm like, 1, and nothing was up. No.
That's fine.
What? Why would you not? The chance of that happening is like 1 in millions.
A lot.
Is it somewhere around 32 that you're now officially halfway to 40?
Halfway to 40 is 36.
I would say 34 is a quarter of the way, because to be level 40, you need 20 million XP, and I'm just past the 5 million mark.
That's crazy.
I think about there were people who hit 40 like within 2 months.
In Gen 1.
Gen 1, yeah. I mean they cheated, but like nevertheless, like even with cheating, the amount of time and money that went into that.
But there was even one guy though near the beginning who had planned out like how to maximize his XP per hour. He was in some big city. He had planned out a specific route. They had like a bunch of different Pokestops and stuff like that, catching a bunch of stuff, lucky egg, all that stuff. And he made so much XP that he got soft banned.
I remember that actually.
We've got 13 news stories on FEC this week, so like.
And I saw we've got an email-driven topic. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it was like 5 months ago.
Well, the email was in response to a topic that we did a while back when we talked about difficulty in games being down.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, do you think that might have something to do with the way our society views failure today versus how it once viewed it? So that's the crux of the discussion. It's a kind of a revisiting.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, we have 13 news stories, so don't be afraid to get a little bit of mileage out of them because it's only 13.
Got it.
Normally I aim for 17.
Got it. Yeah, it seemed like a really slow news week.
Both in esports and video games.
Yeah,
As
it
far as
seemed very
Finding
quiet.
2 esports minutes for today was hard.
At least as far as like big newsworthy stuff goes. Yeah.
Like the biggest stuff going on in esports right now is that the international's underway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, even going back, like when I've been like reading through Kotaku and stuff. I mean, it's all been like just like small little trashy things, but
Like it's all editorial pieces. There's no
and-
news.
Yeah.
And there's even not even a whole lot of like the small like editorial type stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Like I would like normally I go on GameSpot and there's usually like there's probably like 20 to 30 articles a day. I was through like the first page and already 3 days back. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's I when I was looking through my social media app yesterday at just for something like to talk about, I was like, oh my god, there is just
It's a wasteland.
Nothing.
It's a wasteland.
Nothing. That's why I was like, okay, well, if anyone has anything to rant about, now would be the time.
Straight up.
Like, you got anything that you want to get off your chest? Like, now is a good time.
Oh my god, I finished One Punch Man last night.
Yeah.
That anime is great.
Okay.
Like 13 episodes, and it's great.
I want you to know, guys, that how much I respect the sanctity of Game of Thrones because of the leaked episode, I almost watched it last night and I was gonna come in here and predict what was gonna happen
Oh,
and
son
be
of a-
all right.
You son of
But
a
I'm
bitch.
like, I better not.
Dude, any other show, when I saw a leaked episode, I'd have been like the first one to go grab it and watch it early. No, I can't do that to Game of Thrones.
Well, the only reason why, because like I was looking around on my streaming site, and when it said 5 episodes, I'm like, what? No.
It just
Only
means
3.
that it's going to be easier for me to find and download because
Wait, there's 5 now?
On this streaming site, there's actually 4 because one of them is like the story so far.
The
or
double
whatever.
0 episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
well,
So there's only 1 leaked episode.
I even paid the extra money for HBO content on fucking Hulu, which is not cheap. It's like $12.99 a month,
Wow.
right? You can only use it on Android and iDevices, or Xbox One, or Chromecast. That's it.
What? Yeah, I'm actually.
If you go there in the fucking browser, you can't even fucking watch it.
I'm paying
You're half the Chromecast
$14.99.
now or something?
Yeah, I'm paying $14.99 through Amazon for HBO. I figure Game of Thrones is going to be out by the time the month's over, so $14.99 to watch all the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I just watch them tomorrow night on streaming site.
Which means if you want to be a dick and spoil stuff for Chris, you wait till Monday to watch it.
No, I mean, Twin Peaks. So, fuck off.
Did you guys all see the new episode of Rick and Morty?
No.
Is that episode 2?
Episode 2's out.
I saw that.
Yeah. Good
No,
stuff.
I haven't.
That's a good
Is it the one with Pickle Rick, though?
No,
'Cause I've seen
Pickle
that.
Rick, I think he's gonna be episode 3.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Pickled Rick hasn't come out yet?
No. Pickle
Like,
Rick
it
is
wasn't
not
like in
out yet.
season 2 or something, right?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
that's a new thing.
No, there was Tiny Rick, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tiny
okay.
Rick,
Alright.
yeah.
I'm like, I keep seeing Pickle Rick everywhere, but I'm like, I don't remember this at all.
I would also
It was
not.
only in the trailer.
I would also not be surprised if it just is like a stupid thing that they had put in there and
In
it
the
never
trailer,
actually
it never
happened.
happened. Oh, please.
Yeah.
You know how happy I will be if that never makes an appearance?
Or if it's just like a tiny like one of thing, and it's like, wow, good color, I'm back to normal.
Or if nothing in the trailer makes an appearance. The entire trailer was garbage.
Oh,
I love it.
35 already. All right.
Yeah, you know what you should do? You should listen to the new drops, motherfucker.
I should go take a dump first.
Yeah.
Great.
Apparently Batista did not read the Infinity War script because he wants to actually look over the movies and like see and experience it as a fan.
Yeah, he only read his own
Oh,
lines.
dude, that's
Unlike-
almost adorable.
Unlike Tom Holland, who wasn't allowed to read the script.
Yeah, he only read his own lines.
Yeah, because there was the interview that he spoiled. And this is such a stupid thing too. Spoiled that they had a trilogy planned for him. That he was signed on, you know, for like 3 movies of his own and whatever else. Like,
Gotcha.
because of that, they're like, all right, you know, if you can't keep your mouth shut, then you can't read the Infinity War script.
Oh my gosh.
That is so perfect for like Spider-Man's character.
Oh, by the way, I think we can have an interesting discussion today. I don't think it's necessarily enough. Maybe a runoff. But did you put the story that Chris put on there about the Hearthstone streamer who has like an entire group of people?
It is on our
Yeah,
FEC
okay.
page.
sniping.
Yep.
Yeah, an entire guild dedicated to sniping him specifically.
Yeah. We'll just do nothing about it.
That's some dick shit.
That
Like,
sucks.
like apparently Chris said one night he actually got put up against like Sniper 072 like 3 times.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but also in Hearthstone, I can see how that's like a way bigger
Issue than in something else.
than like something
That and like
player.
PUBG, yeah.
Yeah.
They not got their mole trace yet.
I have not.
Stupid Chris, who's 1 for 1 for 1.
Mariah hasn't got hers either. We're gonna like we're going out to Ann Arbor, and it's like if we see a mole trust, we're slipping out of the wedding. Well, I'm sorry.
So you're actually going to be down there with me. That's nice. That's where I've been wanting to go, but I've been super surprised at how busy.
I've never played in
Lake
Ann Arbor. I want to check it out.
I can't reliably play in Ferndale anymore. Like,
Ferndale, I tried to go down to play in Ferndale just because I like Ferndale.
Right.
And dude, I couldn't find anyone to play with down there.
No, me
Royal
neither.
Oak's been pretty good. Troy's been good.
Royal Oak is okay. I don't know where in Troy.
Like,
I keep it.
If you're playing like Troy Clausen, you just got to find like the pack of people roaming around and go with them.
me and Katie went into Flint yesterday. The first mole trace we went to, there was like 25-ish people. We went to another mole trace where there's only 4 waiting, but there's a bunch of people around the corner in Alugia, so like we'll just wait for them. Apparently there were so many of them, they had to split into 2 groups, then the 2 groups didn't have enough, so they sent somebody over to get us, brought us over there. More people had shown up.
Jeez.
There were like 40 people.
Wow.
And then they just started migrating from raid to raid.
When you were looking for someone on Discord, I was sitting in Clausen. I was waiting to get my hair done.
Yeah.
And it was I was gonna die. There's a mole truss up at the woodpile grill there, so
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there waiting, like there's no one here.
Yeah.
The hell. And then another one pops across the street. Like you can hit 2 from where I'm standing.
Yeah.
And then a third one pops down the street at Noble Fish, and I'm like, there's 3 mole truss within like 50 steps of each other, guys. Where is everyone?
Jesus.
Then I had to go get my hair done, and sure enough, as I'm getting it dyed, I look out the window and I see a group like meandering around to him, like, motherfucker.
Yeah. I had stayed because I was at that church in Ferndale trying to see if anyone else was going to come.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else ended up showing up. But I mean, like, I used to be able to catch roving groups on like my lunch hour.
Yeah.
I tried again after work. I got 2 in Royal Oak, but wasn't able to get either one of them.
Mariah is 0 for 5 on mole truss right now.
Ugh.
I am 5 for 6 on mole truss.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
Dude,
it
like,
was.
I find out like people kept like telling me like just make sure you curve that ball. I'm like, it actually does help.
A curved Pokeball is nearly as good as an uncurved Ultra Ball.
Really?
Yeah.
And the same bonus applies to like Ultra Ball, like curved Ultra Ball is way better.
Yep.
Yeah. I heard someone told me that a curved ball excellent is an equivalent to like a 12% bonus in catch rate.
I don't know about like the actual percentage and stuff, but if you Google, I think it's called Game Press, is the website that I go to like all my Pokemon Go needs, but they have a pretty comprehensive like with formulas and all kinds of stuff for like catch rate and stuff. There were 2 people at the race we were at yesterday that were 0 and 13 on both races. They were both missing.
Yeah.
One of them seemed retarded or autistic. Not just.
See, I think what a lot of people are seeing smaller catch rates on Moltres because they're missing a lot more balls on Moltres. Moltres is harder to hit than Articuno was. That said, my first attempt on him, I only had 5 balls, so.
Ouch.
I caught him.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that I've not.
There's apparently also a glitch right now. Your last Premier Ball will always miss for some reason. Like it will always break out of it. We got some good news stories this week, actually.
Yeah, some of the news is really good. We can, like, there's a couple of them that'll
That
definitely be a
WoW
topic.
/ Venezuelan currency thing. What?
That is absolutely a topic. Like,
It's so
Yeah,
hilarious.
we can do that on Checkpoint.
yeah, WoW currency being more valuable than Venezuelan currency, that's hilarious.
What? Crash was the June top-selling console game, and it launched at the end of the fucking month? Wow. Alright, how about this for a topic then, right? Obviously the whole idea of rebooting, continuing, blah, 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 whatever. For Hollywood, like these past few years, you know, even if they weren't always the best, it's actually been extremely fruitful, right? Could this be an indicator that the video game industry might go that way?
Yeah. Is remastering the new rebooting?
Yeah, well, not just remastering, because remember they said that depending on how well this does, they might be doing a
New Crash game.
a new Crash, you know, completely. And when you look at the fact that, you know, even though it's probably years and years out, there's a lot of hype following Final Fantasy VII. So not just remastering, because that's something that they've done enough, right? It's not completely unheard of. But the idea of actually remaking games. I'm thinking Titans might be the next rebirth that I read.
Have you read any of like Batman and stuff in this run? You've read all of Batman.
I read all of Batman. I read the first 5 of Detective Comics.
I think something big's getting ready to happen in Action Comics
Yeah.
because they're coming up on issue 1000. They're gonna do some big work. Apparently, the big theory is that they're going to introduce the Watchmen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, the thing that through all the different ones where they're all like something big is coming. You caught the attention of something. Blah 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 blah. Probably going to be Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan, yeah.
But then does that mean that they're setting them up, that Dr. Manhattan up to be the antagonist?
It doesn't really seem like make much sense for him to be the antagonist.
Unless the only way that I can see him being the antagonist is basically the same reasoning that all of these insanely super fucking powerful things have been giving them, and that's because all this shit is always going down here on Earth. You guys have basically made this the nexus of conflict, right? And the more that shit happens, the more shit's gonna come. And I think it was like Temporus or whatever, the giant beetle time baby, who wanted to put Earth at like the edge of creation, so that it didn't destroy the rest of the universe.
Right.
I feel like that is a pretty solid Dr. Manhattan type thing. Like, if you guys keep this up, you're gonna destroy literally your entire existence. And I can't let that happen. So yeah, I'm just gonna kill all you guys instead. Oh, I got a amazing attack blown away magic card. That might be my next Gyarados.
A remix of Super Mario Land.
Okay.
The point I'm craving is that state of horrible gaming. Did anyone actually play Super Mario Land? No one did, right?
I probably
It
did.
was on the Game Boy.
Oh, actually, maybe I did.
The old Game Boy Mario game. Whoa.
See, he yelled, "I did."
Was it good?
Of course.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, he played it. I believe him.
So I was explaining to him the next set of postcards. They're all going to be like fall, winter, holiday themed. So Nika's is going to be first. She's going to be carving a pumpkin for Halloween in a super ugly sweater since she won't actually give me a screenshot of her character. And then I'm like, all right, Chris, you're going to be Thanksgiving because you like eating food. And in the car, he's just like, oh, really? Come on! Really?
Yeah,
Really?
He's like, I don't even like Thanksgiving food.
What?
You're gonna be the worst Santa.
Turkey's great.
Now, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do you, but you're gonna be New Year's Eve, and I want there to be like a date rape joke in there, but I also don't know how to do that tastefully.
there is no tasteful way to do
You
that.
can't do that joke tastefully.
There is no way to do that.
Here's what you can do. It can you have we're at like a bar and there's like a New Year's Eve banner so that everyone knows what's going on. And it's like me leaning up against the bar and someone pouring something into my drink and then just a line of guys. Like
How about this? How about he's hosting a New Year's Eve party, but there's two of them, one in a top hat and tails, the other in a black party dress.
Jesus. I like that actually. Yeah. And then you would be Valentine's Day, I assume?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll take the bullet. Surrounded by women.
Women? Interesting.
Yeah.
You have a lot of faith in your artist.
We're paying her. She has to do what we say.
I agree. She has to do what at least 3/5 of us say.
You guys.
By the way, my new favorite line from you will be, I want to have him get date raped, but tastefully.
College 2017. part of finally being able to beat the main story quest is to be like, look, you guys have been ridiculing Nero for having this opinion when actually playing the game. I have the same opinion, and I've played the game. So fuck off. Or there was one comment that was like, he was very on the fence. Like he was basically defending us and being like, that like they have their opinions, and you guys don't like them, and they don't play the game, blah 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 blah. But they're not wrong. All of the things that they're saying are right, but at the same time they don't play the game. So how are they right? Guess what? None of us have really done heroin before.
But we know we don't
But
want
we
it.
know it's bad. Can't really say that.
FF14,
but we
the
have,
heroin of MMOs.
dude, we have the context of 2 previous expansions that have basically copied and pasted.
But you're not a 70. You don't know that.
Yeah, I fucking do.
Control C, Control V. Dude, seriously, just listing out patch 7.3 for World of Warcraft was infuriating.
It sounds like a whole new expansion.
I know, right? Oh my god, 3 zones. Their new raid, by the way, has 11 bosses in it.
And major lore implications.
Yeah.
And they're getting a 5-man
And
dungeon
plus a
as
5-man
well.
dungeon. Yep. And 3 new zones, all with story.
And world bosses to raid.
Yep. It's infuriating. I want to go play. And now,
But Yoshi wants to call out WoW for not making PvE specific actions.
dude, straight up, like, I get it. Like, WoW has a longer time in between patches. Like, I guess patch 7.2 dropped in like March.
You said 77 days, didn't you?
That's what everyone was saying. But like, when I actually looked at the release date for 7.2, it said March. So I don't know. Maybe it was 77 days in between 7.2 and 7.2.5. Maybe that's what it was. But I just looked up 7.2 and 7.3. And it's doubly bad because Kyle plays WoW now, so I have to listen to him tell me about all the cool stuff he gets to do all the time. Oh, it's infuriating.
You should just start making stuff up for Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, this is what we're doing.
At least just one day, just be like, yeah, well, they just dropped Eureka, and this is what's in it.
Yeah, it just dropped Eureka. It's got a huge raid-wide boss. Everyone has to like, show up and mount on Chocobo, and you can only fight it while you're on your mount.
See,
You
why?
won't believe it. Like there's
why
nothing I
is
can say that
it?
you
Why
won't
is
believe.
it that when you say that about Final Fantasy, it sounds stupid as fuck? Like that would never.
I know, and yet one of my favorite bosses in World of Warcraft, you had to fight on a flying mount. It was awesome.
Don't say Malagos. In the eye, giant blue dragon.
How do you think? Talk about Oculus.
Oculus, that was the one.
Oculus wasn't even a raid, it was a dungeon.
You see, doesn't that make it worse? It was just a dungeon boss, and it was one of my favorite fights in that game. It was so fun.